Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at something different. Today we're looking at Slay the Princess. Apparently it's meant to be a love story. I don't know much about it except for what we see here in front of us and the title saying Slay the Princess. But when I loaded into it, it said that this was a love story, there was no wrong choices, and no matter what things you find in the darkness, have heart and see them through. So we're going to... Whoa. Okay, this game looks interesting. The question is, do we slay the princess or do we save the princess? We're going to find out. Let's get into the video. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution! Silently continue to the cabin. Well, the end of the world, what are you talking about?
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But she's just a princess. Oh, but how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Well, what, did you put me on this path, Mr. Narrator? Why don't you kill... Why doesn't he slay the princess? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? No, because... Then wouldn't you just leave her locked up? I think I'm going to... Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she is as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Let's silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save
Who's
princesses,
this?
not slay them.
Voice of the hero. Oh, he's talking back to him.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What? Ignore him. There's 3 people in this conversation? Proceed into the cabin. There's me, the player, the voice of the hero, and then
Interior of
the narrator.
is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer.
It looks very nice.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Yep.
Perched on that table
is a knife.
Is a pristine blade.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do it.
I don't know. Take the blade into the basement. We'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Oh, look, it's in my hand now.
Rather difficult to slay the princess.
Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. I'm sorry, what was that? Alright. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
This
whoop.
is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
No, I had, just come in to make sure you're okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, this is just my personal blade. Don't worry about it. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Well, because I'm holding a blade. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
Like I said, it's my personal blade. I'm not dropping my blade.
Point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Well, if I drop it here, she can reach it, right? So I'll drop it here.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah, let's have a chat. What are you doing down here?
With your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
What's up, princess?
Fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are.
Oops, I clicked too fast.
Start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
How long's a long time?
Down here.
Yeah.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
She's got a point. I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret. No, and if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Yep, she's got a point.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
No, they did not.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Well, I'd be killing you. I don't think you'd be doing much.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Okay.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Good points.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Okay, narrator.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim?
You don't sound
Clearly incapable of
like a
entering the
victim.
world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I don't trust the narrator.
She's wrong.
I know that.
This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Yeah, but if we don't save one person, then I understand for the greater good of everything, but isn't one person's life just as important as everyone else's? A relationship? Are you coming on to me? No. How do I get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Okay, we've talked enough. How would I get you out of here?
Can't. Don't bother.
You're chained.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
No.
I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't,
What?
well, we can always put that knife to good use.
No.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
I think she is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I think she is. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That doesn't answer the
Again,
question.
she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Oh,
Or
really?
Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, let's just find
Don't
out.
come to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay. Logical. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Yeah, Slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep you locked away. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to slay the princess. Look at those sad eyes though, but she doesn't seem right. She's very logical, but like they said, also very cold. But just because someone's cold doesn't mean they're going to end the world. And every life is important. So I'm getting you out of here.
You have to be kidding me.
I'm sorry, narrator.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them their large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
There's nothing upstairs. There's just a table.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
You're correct on that one, narrator. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? Going to check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around. It's not. What about this?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
What? Yeah, no, I should have slain her.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, I should have just slayed
If
her.
we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
That is a point.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Someone's outside the basement?
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Did the narrator lock the door? Well, there's no point in yelling. Let's just return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Yeah, probably.
Boom. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They did indeed. We're stuck here together.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
But the door's locked. There's no point now.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh. I'm gonna slay the princess. They've locked us in here. Even if I try to save her, they've locked us in here. We're gonna slay the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
What's that with my arm? Am I a bird?
You bastard.
Oh.
I have to kill you to leave this place. I'll do it.
You. Why did I stab her shoulder?
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Oh.
It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you.
Oh.
The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon.
Oh.
Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Okay, now even the hero's telling me to kill her? Slay the princess.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Get up, get up, get up. Give up, finish the job, run for the stairs, and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. No, the door's locked. And if we turn our back on her, she's going to get us, so finish the job.
Seal your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either.
Yeah.
Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Okay.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
So he's talking right now, he's talking to the hero, because then he references to our friend, which is me.
The two of you clash
Oh.
for the final time.
Oh!
You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
There we go.
Oh.
Read writing.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder.
Wonder what?
You really think this is the end?
What do you mean?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, there we go. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods.
What?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hold on, what, we start again? I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me. But I definitely got her. Why am I here again? What? Hasn't this already happened?
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
No.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear
Voice of the stubborn?
The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died.
Yep.
Which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yep.
We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her.
Yep.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
No, but we did it right. It doesn't matter if we died or not. We still
I believe your
killed
other
her.
question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Well, clearly they didn't because we're back here.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
True.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Okay. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Look, I've got a little claw, a little bird claw for a hand.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
I still don't trust the narrator. We slayed her the first time. We didn't go the right way about it.
The cabin is
Oh,
tighter
wow.
than its exterior would suggest. Its
This
cold
looks different.
stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
What about the mirror?
Blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
That's new. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror, take the blade. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
He can't see the mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
It disappeared.
There was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
I'm not going to take the blade this time. We're just going to enter the
Knife this
basement.
time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open.
Wow, this is way different.
Stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odour to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Fierce voice.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Okay, she's changed.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Maybe we should have grabbed the
Much
knife.
as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step,
What?
the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading
She's
from
got a tail.
to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
She's super strong.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh?
Nope.
Ugh, I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Oh. Hope you heard all of that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened. You look different, so you don't... Oh, so you do remember me? I actually am just here to chat. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. In fact, the only reason I came down here without a weapon is because having a knife felt unfair. Attack her unarmed. The blade's upstairs, I'll be right back. Go upstairs and retrieve the blade. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Turn around and leave. Turn around and leave without saying anything. I think I want to say we need some things to unpack, but I'm going to go with I hope you heard that, Mr. Narrator.
Fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Yeah, why not?
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think we have a few things to unpack first.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Yeah, but why?
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So you do remember me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Yeah.
I think my position
Oh,
on violence
I clicked too fast.
situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego. I agree. If we're gonna fight her, we need a weapon.
No, we're not going to. Yeah.
Free her? You aren't.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest.
I don't know why
The
either.
stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
You don't want to be free? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fine right where I am.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do anything. If she's fine where she is, maybe...
As long as you go back upstairs, pick up that knife, and fight me to the death.
Never mind. There is no happy ending where everyone makes it out of this place alive. You either deal with her here, right now, or she'll eventually find her way out. Whether she even wants to leave is hardly relevant. This cabin won't last forever.
Fair point.
Hear that? Between him and her, that should be all the motivation you need. Now pick up the blade and fight her.
No. Pick up the blade and slay her. You're being a bit semantic, aren't you? I am, but it's an important distinction. If you're going to see this through, you need to hold the right intent. This isn't a sparring match. It is a lethal confrontation that will decide the future of everything.
Fine. As long as it leads to a fight, do whatever he just said.
Take her unarmed, go upstairs and retrieve the blade. I don't know what happened to you since the last time, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Turn around and leave. Let's go upstairs and grab the blade.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, I'll be right
Make
back.
your way back up the stairs to the cabin above. The princess, surprisingly true to her word, lets you leave. The blade remains where you left it, on the wrought iron altar.
Great. Now pick it up and march back down there. I'm tired of us constantly moving in circles instead of fighting her like we're supposed to.
Okay. You know, we could just stay here. Who says we have to fight to the... Take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar.
Can't just stay in one
It
spot.
would be difficult to
I got the blade.
princess and
Blap,
save
blap,
the world
blap.
without a weapon, as I'm sure you're all too aware by now.
Yep. Return to the basement.
Blade in hand, you make your way back down the basement stairs. You find the princess waiting for you, just where you left her.
See? I knew we could trust her. I told you we could trust her.
Glad to see you finally stopped having cold feet. I could barely wait. My skin is practically crawling with anticipation.
Okay.
Fight me. Now.
Well, we nearly lost last time. We're definitely going to lose this time, but we're going to attack the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Oh!
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
This is a crazy game.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
Yeah.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through. And don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike her to her head on, bait an opening, and outmaneuver her.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
Ooh.
Weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Ouch.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
Oh.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, well, we didn't make that one. The Eye of the Needle, Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the wood.
If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone.
Does the narrator remember?
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go
What?
in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin. See this? It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other. And I don't trust you.
See, the hunter doesn't trust the narrator.
An entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the kids, like I said. All just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
Okay, we haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not
Fair point.
supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Even the music's gotten more intense. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are in the cabin. Might as well just see the story. Suddenly, I'm done with this. Bye. Okay, yep. Proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is when we finish. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
See to the cabin. I'm enjoying this.
The cabin
Whoa.
is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to see. We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space...
Take it!
There's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room, and that's it. I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror. The narrator can't see it anyway.
The door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You do see it, right?
All we see is a damned mirror.
This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Smash it.
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path.
Okay,
ahead.
they did nothing. It disappeared.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
We try to smash it.
May as well be a sheer cliff face.
What?
There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
You want to fight, then how about you come and get one? I know you can get out of there on your own. Are you sure you still want to fight? I don't want to go to the basement landing. I reckon we should try to bring her
That's
up.
not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time. They'll be nothing to her this time. We need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me.
Okay.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. Will need to be faster than her.
What are we coming into?
Face what lies
Wow.
at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling! Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move.
We tried to play
Don't
it.
keep me waiting.
We tried to play it smart last time and it didn't work for us. Let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done, but I have questions. I want to know what happened after you killed me. Not down here. If you want me, you have to come to and get me. If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need somewhere with more space. Why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me to the death down here in the dark? I'm not fighting you. Step closer, stopping just outside her chains. Slay the princess.
Change of plans, boys. Impatient. This is her home, not ours.
Just slay
We're
her.
going to let her charge headlong into the princess, blade flashing in the dim light of the basement.
Yes, 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 yes! Finally, you get it!
For a moment, the scales feel balanced, each of you inflicting debilitating wounds on the other, striking in a dizzying synchronicity. But it isn't long before they tip in her favor. The cuts and bruises inflicted seem little more than superficial, barely so much as slowing her down as she continues her onslaught. You, in contrast, are finding it harder to stand as your body gradually becomes less responsive, less powerful, less stable. You can tell she's trying to make it last, but all it would take is one meaningful strike. The coup de grace.
This was good, but you could have been so much better. I'm beyond you now.
Here it comes. I'll see you all on the other side.
What? What? What just happened? But the other side doesn't come. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how I would even go look for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here.
Mm.
The world didn't. We're still here. Come on.
I just need to keep going.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Let's just approach the mirror.
Begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. The thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Well, we walked up to the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Yeah, you said that before.
Reeks of death.
You said that already
Screw
too.
the mirror. We just need to.
You said that already. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh. I'm a bird man. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh, what? Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. That's not the cabin. What is that? Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Okay. What do you think I am?
Think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart.
She was fierce, alright.
Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity, destroy my own body. Did you send
I
me?
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So yes, you could have just said yes. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me? Aren't you scared that I will find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? I was sent to save the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
That's a cop-out. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back. Okay, make me forget. How much will I forget? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay. Make me forget.
That I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, look at me fright. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. Are we getting another chance at this? This is cool.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, we're gonna save. These 9 pages worth of saving. Okay, we probably should have saved a while ago. There we go. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm definitely gonna play more of this. I'm enjoying it. I want to see where it goes, and I'm pretty sure you'll like to see where it goes too. But there we go. That was what our first playthrough. I guess there was 4 chapters. Our first playthrough of Slay the Princess. If you like this and you want to see more, make sure you leave that thumbs up. Comment down below any theories you've got about what's going on. Should I trust the narrator? What's going on? I have no idea, but there we go. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Leave all those good likes and comments. And until next time, like always, peace.